Welcome back, coin collectors and history lovers. In today's video, we're diving into the story of the 1940 Lincoln penny, a true symbol of American strength and liberty. Minted on the eve of World War, this beautiful 1-cent coin carries the legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the spirit of a nation rising from the Great Depression. Stay tuned as we uncover its history, design, and the hidden value that could make this small coin worth big money today. Top 4 first up. The 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny, officially known as the Lincoln Cent, stands as a beautiful piece of early American coinage and history. Struck during the years leading up to America's entry into World War II, this coin symbolizes both economic recovery from the Great Depression and the nation's growing industrial strength. The design, artistry, and production of the 1940 penny capture a defining moment in United States history, when resilience, liberty, and national pride were at the heart of American life. The 1940 wheat penny belongs to the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, President Abraham Lincoln, designed by the famous sculptor Victor David Brenner. The obverse front of the 1940 penny displays a detailed bust of Lincoln facing right, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" arching above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1940 to the right. Brenner's initials VDB appear subtly on the reverse of some earlier coins, though by 1940 they were omitted from this version. On the reverse side, the 1940 penny features the classic wheat ears design, symbolizing prosperity, hard work, and American agriculture. Two stylized wheat stalks frame the denomination 1 cent and the inscription United States of America. Above them appears the phrase EPLURIBUSUNUM, meaning out of many one, a timeless reminder of national unity. The overall design reflects both simplicity and dignity, a hallmark of early U.S. coinage that continues to attract collectors today. 1940, the United States Mint produced the Lincoln Wheat Penny at 3 mints: Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. The Philadelphia Mint struck the largest number, over 586 million coins, while the Denver Mint produced around 81 million, and the San Francisco Mint approximately 112 million. These high mintages reflected the growing economic optimism as the nation emerged from the Great Depression. Still, despite these large numbers, collectors today value coins that remain in pristine condition, especially uncirculated or proof versions. The 1940 Lincoln Cent was struck from the traditional bronze alloy, composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This was the standard composition used for U.S. 1-cent coins from 1909 until 1942, before the wartime metal shortages led to the creation of the 1943 steel cent. The reddish-brown luster of the 1940 penny, when well preserved, remains one of its most attractive features. Over time, exposure to air and moisture can change its color from bright red to darker brown, giving each coin a unique patina and story. What makes the 1940 wheat penny even more fascinating is its connection to history. It circulated widely during the early years of World War II, when the U.S. was still officially neutral but preparing for possible involvement. Ordinary Americans used these pennies in daily life, to buy food, newspapers, and war bonds. Each cent served as a small reminder of American perseverance and faith in liberty, values represented by Lincoln's enduring portrait. From a collector's standpoint, the 1940 wheat penny is not particularly rare in circulated condition, but certain variations and mint-state examples can be worth significant amounts. High-grade uncirculated coins, especially those with strong red coloration graded red or higher by coin grading services like or NGC, can fetch values ranging from $20 to over $100 depending on condition and mint mark. Even higher premiums are paid for error coins such as double die, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks, which are rare but highly sought after by collectors. The proof version of the 1940 penny, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, is especially prized. Only about 15,000 proof coins were produced that year, each carefully struck with polished dies to achieve a mirror-like surface. These proof coins were not intended for general circulation but were sold directly to collectors. Today, a 1940 proof Lincoln Cent in pristine condition can command prices in the hundreds of dollars, depending on its luster and preservation. The 1940 wheat penny also carries deep symbolic meaning in the timeline of American coinage. It bridges two eras, the end of the pre-war economic struggles and the beginning of the wartime coinage adjustments that would follow just a few years later. It represents stability in uncertain times and reflects the ideals of honesty, labor, and freedom that Abraham Lincoln embodied. Every detail, from the simple wheat stalks to the motto "In God We Trust," echoes America's spirit of determination. Even today, finding a 1940 wheat penny in your change is a small thrill for collectors and history lovers. It's a tangible link to the past, to the pockets of workers, farmers, and families of the 1940s. Each coin has traveled through generations, bearing silent witness to a century of American growth and change. Whether gleaming in red uncirculated copper or worn from decades of circulation, the 1940 Lincoln wheat cent remains one of the most beloved coins in U.S. numismatic history. Next up, the 1955 D wheat penny holds a special place in American coin history as one of the last great issues of the Lincoln wheat cent series. Struck at the Denver Mint, this 1 cent coin represents a time of post-war prosperity and change in the United States. The D mint mark below the date signifies that it was produced in Denver, Colorado, one of the U.S. Mint's busiest facilities during the 1950s. These coins were minted in large numbers, yet they still attract the interest of collectors today because of their classic wheat reverse design and their connection to the legacy of President Abraham Lincoln. The obverse of the 1955 D wheat penny proudly features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design was revolutionary at the time because it was the first U.S. coin to depict an actual historical figure. The inscriptions "In God We Trust" arches above Lincoln's head, "Liberty Rests" to the left, and the date 1955 with the small D mint mark below it sits on the right. Every detail of Lincoln's profile, his thoughtful expression, the folds of his coat, and his dignified stance, symbolizes the nation's respect for the 16th president who led the country through the Civil War. On the reverse side, the coin displays two stalks of wheat curving along the left and right edges, framing the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. Above the denomination is the motto EPLURIBUSUNUM, meaning out of many one. This design, which ran from 1909 to 1958, reflects both simplicity and strength, symbolizing the agricultural roots and unity of the nation. The wheat ears themselves are a tribute to America's farmers and the country's enduring spirit of growth and labor. The composition of the 1955 D wheat penny is 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a warm reddish-brown tone when freshly minted. Over the years, many of these coins have developed a rich patina, with shades of brown, red, or even rainbow hues, depending on how they were stored or circulated. The diameter is 19 millimeters and the weight is about 3.11 grams, which was standard for all Lincoln cents until the switch to a copper-plated zinc alloy in 1982. In terms of mintage, the Denver Mint struck an impressive total of 563,257,500 wheat pennies in 1955. This massive production was part of the Mint's effort to meet the growing demand for coinage during the booming post-war economy. Although the 1955 Philadelphia Mint coin is famous for its dramatic double-die obverse variety, the Denver issue is known more for its consistency and high-quality strikes. However, even among 1955 D coins, collectors can find minor variations such as die cracks, off-center strikes, and mint marks, which can add value to certain examples. The historical context surrounding this coin is equally fascinating. By 1955, the United States was enjoying an era of economic growth and optimism. The Lincoln wheat penny had already become a familiar symbol of everyday commerce, used by millions of Americans in stores, schools, and factories. It served as a reminder of Lincoln's enduring influence on national unity and freedom, values deeply cherished in America. The Denver Mint's role was essential, as it supplied much of the nation's Western circulation coinage during this time. When it comes to the 1955 D wheat penny is considered a common date but still an important piece in any complete Lincoln cent collection. In circulated condition, it typically holds modest value, ranging from a few cents to around $1 depending on where. However, coins preserved in uncirculated condition, especially those with sharp details and full original red luster, can command much higher prices. A bright red gem example graded red or higher by or NGC can sell for $15 to $30, while premium specimens with flawless surfaces can reach over $100 at auction. Errors and varieties also make some 1955 D wheat pennies particularly valuable. Collectors actively search for mint marks, die chips, die cracks, and other striking anomalies. These subtle imperfections can turn an otherwise ordinary cent into a desirable collectible. While the 1955 Philadelphia double die is the true star of the year, certain 1955 D error coins have achieved notable recognition in the coin community. Over the decades, the 1955 D wheat penny has remained a nostalgic symbol of mid-century America. Many collectors recall finding these coins in their childhood change jars or inherited collections, often sparking a lifelong interest in numismatics. The wheat design, paired with Lincoln's dignified portrait, represents both America's history and its hardworking spirit. Even though billions were produced, each coin tells a small part of the story of an era marked by innovation, optimism, and remembrance. Today, the 1955 D wheat penny stands as a bridge between two eras, the classic wheat cent era 1909-1958 and the modern memorial cent series 1959-2008. Its lasting beauty, historical depth, and affordability make it an ideal piece for both new and seasoned collectors. Holding one in your hand is like holding a piece of American legacy, a reminder that even a humble copper penny can carry a story worth preserving. Next up, the 1958 D wheat penny holds a special place in American numismatic history as one of the final issues of the iconic Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. This 1-cent coin, produced by the Denver Mint, features the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner. The D mint mark just below the date signifies that the coin was struck in Denver, Colorado. The 1958 D wheat penny marks the end of an era. The last year the United States Mint produced the wheat ears reverse before transitioning to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959, commemorating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. In terms of design, the obverse proudly displays Lincoln's profile facing right, accompanied by the inscriptions "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" on the left, and the date 1958 D on the right. The reverse features two stylized wheat stalks curving along the sides, symbolizing prosperity and abundance, enclosing the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above them appears the motto EPLURIBUSUNUM. This design had been in use for nearly half a century, serving as a beloved emblem of American heritage and economic endurance through the Great Depression and both World Wars. The 1958 D wheat penny was minted in vast quantities. Over 800 million coins were produced, making it one of the most common issues in the entire wheat cent series. Because of this enormous mintage, most circulated examples are worth only their face value or a few cents to collectors. However, the coin remains a favorite among hobbyists for its historical importance and nostalgic appeal, especially as it represents the final chapter of the classic wheat penny era that began with the 1909 Lincoln cent. Despite its commonality, condition and rarity still play key roles in determining value. A 1958 D penny in average circulated condition is usually worth between 2 to 5 cents, while an uncirculated specimen with full red luster can command prices from $1 to $5 or more, depending on the grading. Coins graded or higher mint state by professional services like or NGC are particularly desirable among collectors seeking pristine examples of the final wheat issue. The striking quality of Denver Mint coins from this period is generally strong, though minor die cracks and doubling can occasionally be found. There are also a few noteworthy varieties and errors associated with the 1958 D wheat penny that have intrigued collectors for decades. Some examples show slight die chips, die cracks, or weak strikes, which can add small premiums. While the famous 1958 double die obverse is known for the Philadelphia Mint version, not the Denver one, it remains one of the rarest and most valuable Lincoln cents ever discovered, with only a few known examples worth over $100,000. As such, collectors often inspect 1958 D coins closely in hopes of finding unique die anomalies that could increase their value. The year 1958 also represents an important transition in U.S. coinage history. After this issue, the reverse design changed from the wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, which remained in use until 2008. The new design by Frank Gasparro modernized the cent, showcasing the Lincoln Memorial building in Washington, D.C., and symbolizing national unity and reverence for Lincoln's legacy. Thus, the 1958 D penny stands at a crossroads between two major design eras of the American cent. From a historical perspective, the 1958 D wheat penny captures the spirit of post-war America, an era of optimism, growth, and modernization. During this time, the United States was entering a period of economic boom, suburban expansion, and cultural transformation. The penny, though small in denomination, circulated widely and touched nearly every American's life. It was used daily in shops, vending machines, and schools, becoming a tangible reminder of shared national values and the enduring symbol of Lincoln's leadership. Collectors today often include the 1958 D wheat penny as a sentimental and educational piece in their collections. For new hobbyists, it serves as an accessible introduction to U.S. coin collecting, bridging the historical past with the modern era of Lincoln Memorial and Shield cents. Its affordability and historical depth make it a perfect coin for both beginners and seasoned numismatists. Many collectors also enjoy completing wheat cent sets, where the 1958D is the natural final entry, a fitting conclusion to nearly 50 years of iconic American coinage. In terms of composition, the 1958D wheat penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighing 3.11 grams with a diameter of 19 millimeters. It features a smooth edge and was struck on planchets that have since become increasingly rare due to the copper shortage and changes in U.S. mint materials in later decades. The high copper content has even led some people to save these older cents for their metal value, though it remains illegal to melt them for profit under U.S. law. Numismatically, the 1958D penny embodies both the end of a legacy and the beginning of a new chapter in American coinage. It is a coin that tells the story of change, how a simple copper cent evolved alongside the nation it served. From the humble wheat design that carried Americans through times of hardship and triumph to the memorial that honored Lincoln's vision, the 1958D is much more than just a coin, it's a piece of living history. As collectors examine its worn details or admire its original red luster, they're reminded of the millions of hands that once passed it, the pocket change that powered a booming economy, and the timeless face of Lincoln, etched into the hearts of generations. In the world of coin collecting, the 1958D wheat penny will forever remain a symbol of America's enduring spirit, representing the closing chapter of one of the most beloved coin designs in U.S. mint history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the 1958D wheat penny and its place in American coin history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing coin stories from around the world. Every coin tells a story, and together we'll keep those stories alive. See you in the next video, and happy collecting.